Alright peeps, welcome back to some more From the Depths, and as you can see I have been busy in between episodes. Also, sorry that there has been such a gap between last episode and this one. As I said, I've been busy and I didn't want to record before I was ready and make a half-hearted content of Doom, but instead we are here with a delayed and over-engineered content of Doom, so that's, you know, better, I guess. So what you are looking at right now are the 4 different variations of the hoverbug that I have made between the last one and this one. And the one we're going to be using is that one right there. That's the finished version. That was what it turned into at first and stopped being a hoverbug because, like... So, these ones are using what is essentially the same hull as the first variant, right? And this one is using a completely different hull. Because I didn't like this, I thought it was too fat and weirdness. But I got a comment from a guy called Fanariot? I don't know how to say your name, but I got a comment from that person saying I really like the hoverbug, so... Well, I decided to undo all of this and redo it from, well, not from the ground up, but from where I left off, rather than what I decided to do at first, which was redo it completely. Now, the interesting thing here is with these things, these 3 look the same, apart from, you know, that one's got a different paint scheme. My throat, 1 second. After a minor coughing fit, we are back. Now, yes, so this was what it turned into first, right? I painted it, and I gave it a completely different weapon system. I improved the power, I redid the entirety of the internals, and kind of finalized the outside look. Well, technically that came first, but in terms of the same body hull thing. Then what I did was I turned it into this, I repainted it, and the hull is exactly the same. Like, the hulls are, of these 3, exactly the same apart from the paint, but the turrets are different. This has got... It's a bigger gun, I think. Hold on. Let's turn the UI back on. This one's got, they're all 233s. Yeah, they're all 233s, and also, just take a moment to witness the shell speed. But this one is made to have the lowest RPM, but the fastest reload. This has got the same RPM and the longest reload, well, the same as the reload, not the same as that one. And then this one has got a balance of twice as fast reload as the rate of fire. And then that's why we're going with this one, because this one fires a little too slow for my liking. This one takes an ice age to reload, and then this one is the balance of, you know, it's the perfection Goldilocks type one. This one uses a 475mm something gun, 25 RPM, and as you can see can't fly unless the AI is on, which is something I made sure to do with these ones, is I gave them PIDs externally off from the AI so that they can just hover rather than sitting in the water and then needing to get out. Also, this one has hydrofoils and a deady blade, and I'm in the front rather than in the back and all that, so... Yeah, also, this is here to remind me to remove it in the campaign. Yeah, so, like, I'm just also going to go through the problems that I had. So with this one, it's just quite not fast enough to evade missiles, so if a missile hits it, which it will hit at the back, it either takes out one of the jets, or it takes out the rear ammo store. Oh no, wait, hold on. I forgot, I changed it. This one... It's got the AI at the back, and the fuel storage there, so it's a bit more protected, and then isn't the ammo here? Yeah. So this one was me attempting to protect it as well with some shields, but at first it had the ammo store right there. So if a missile went boop, it kind of detonated its butt. Plus also, again, like the not turbines, the, we'll get to turbines in a second. The jets are right here exposed, whereas on this one, they are, I mean, they're still relatively exposed, but, you know, you've got armor here, you've got this armor here. It would have to hit kind of underneath. In fact, they are kind of more exposed. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. And I gave it completely pointless intake vents because it doesn't need access to air, but I thought it looked cool. It's less protected than I thought it was, but it doesn't matter. And they have, like, internals. Now, we're gonna go over the internals now, we'll go over this one. So, and unpause so that I can move around. You'll notice I'm using compact turbines because a guy called Damadoc commented on my video saying that I can just use compact turbines. So I am. And yeah, it makes a world of difference. This thing has now got so much redundancy everywhere that, yeah, like, if it gets hit here, and these batteries, and these ammo processors, and these boilers go, this entire side section, right, it can keep running on the front section, or it can keep running on the back section. Each section has, well actually this one doesn't, oh it does have batteries. It has some tiny little batteries, and steam production at the back. You got the mid-ammo store here, which is extremely well protected by everything around it. It's got a single tiny one-cylinder engine, so that it doesn't void our material in the campaign, which is something we need to actually do to Hydra. I know I'm waffling, it's fine, don't worry about it. We've got 2 boilers in the midsection, a ton of compact turbines here, batteries everywhere, mid-ammo, front ammo store here, which is a little close to the boiler, but we'll fix that problem if it turns into one. AI's in the front, because the front is the least likely part to get hit by anything, because missiles are going to go for the butt, because they're going to be chasing after it, and shells aren't going to hit something going at 95 meters a second. Yeah, some ammo processors in the front, because I had a little gap and didn't know what else to put there. This is the shell it's using, it's a flak emergency eject. Actually, no. I've still got this here, this is redundant now. Oh no. Okay, well, that's stupid of me. I completely forgot because I'm using belt feds. I learned that belt feds can't have ammo ejectors on them, but I kept the fuse, and I want it to go this fast for the memes. That's a problem. Well, apparently I'm not even as ready as I thought I was for this video, but oh well. I'm actually not even going to bother changing that for right now because I don't have the time. But of course it is making part of our shell completely useless. But yeah, it's now a flak cannon, essentially, so it's going after flyers, but not in the same way. But I did have an idea, which was essentially to have 2 versions of it. One is the flak version, and the other is the solid shot version. You know, the thumper head. No, not thumper head. Hollow point head. That's missiles thumper head. But yeah, this is the one we're going to load into the campaign. They've all started drifting off. You, sir, I'm looking at you. And yeah, we're not using that lump of mess, although the gun is quite fun. It's just a massive black cannon. And yeah. And also, don't ask what these are. These don't even work, really. They were missiles, but they kept blowing the barrel off, so yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to load this guy, which, by the way, I'm going to talk about the name, is Scarabax. We're going to load this one into the campaign and take it for a spin against the Deep Border Guard. The naming of this thing, the Scarabax, it's not quite mythical, it's fictional. So, say what you will, it's something from Lego Bionicle. It's a little creature from an alien planet, which is like beetle-like, and I coloured it kind of with the same paint scheme as that, with like a matte black and then a little bit of shiny purple. But yeah, and that was going to be the Scarab, but isn't. Anyway, let's go ahead and load a campaign. We want to do recording. Now I believe, yeah, we're still here. We're being attacked. What I want to do, while I remember, on Hydra, all the noises at the back Okay, you're turned off. Do we have room? We do. I've forgotten how all this is. I just want to put that little single cylinder thingy in. That little derpy fuel engine. Is there room here? That looks like a good spot. We're just going to go to fuel engines. Put a couple of hull pipes in. Then we're gonna have a cylinder and generator. That's upside down. Now we need a little bit of fuel storage. $8,000 should be enough, because it's not going to be actually using any per se. Alright, and then I'm using wood here, which is annoying because I should be using reinforced decking, but it is what it is. So this thing makes 10 power, and the idea is simply that when it's out of play, it's using the fuel with that little tiny 10 power engine, and that stops the bug from happening. At least that's the idea. That one runs on fuel engine, so it's fine. So now we've got the... There's one other thing that I'm not going to do, and see if I don't need to do it, because... reasons. Anyway, ignore I said all that. That doesn't matter and doesn't mean anything. Okay, I'm just looking at this thinking like, what the hell is going on here? Anyway, do any of you have repair things? I think you have repair things. Okay. Let's go ahead, load vehicle. Hovercraft. No, Scarabacks, yes. And then we want to... Okay, didn't lose all the stuff. Repair you. Alright. And then play. Are you gonna do your things? You need power. Let's let it get power. And then it'll start to fly, probably. Okay, good. You get stuff while out of play. And then this is what we're gonna send it against as a test.
Moving out.
Now you're going. So yeah, this thing goes about 92 meters a second. It's pretty fast.
Form up and fly with please.
So now you can go stupidly fast.
Listening. Moving out.
Alright, so your first combat is inbound. Oh yeah, another thing that Fanar Riot? I don't know how to say your name, sorry. Another thing he said is the railgun safe battery usage setting. In fact, I can show you guys what I mean here. So on the railgun settings, you can do untouchable energy reserve 50%. So now it only uses half of the available energy in the batteries, which is important because that means that it won't ever fall in the water, in theory. And the reason it was falling in the water is because I was hitting R to select things in the build mode. It doesn't mean why it was sending into the water, it just was. But yeah. So we've got a billion bunch of things. That doesn't matter, we don't care about that, because this thing needs to charge up, which it will charge up faster in combat. And then you can see it just utterly obliterated one of the planes and is now dead. Well, the plane's dead, not we are. Be silly. Can I have binoculars? Yeah, the planes are just dead. And now the boats. Flak isn't the best against boats, I know, but it still works. Like, that's kind of the point, is this thing works as opposed to not working, like the others. Also, how's our material doing is something I'm curious about. It isn't going down too incredibly fast. And it's just, like, killing everything in its path. And then there we go. Anything else to kill? I think no. Also, I'm glad it isn't destroying itself. So now battle finished, how's our material gonna do now? It goes up. A little bit, sort of. Oh, those guys. Those guys are bad news. I think? Or are they actually alright? Are they these guys? Or are they over here? I don't know, we need a,
Moving out.
we need an antenna blimp over here. Excuse me. Also, this thing is stupidly fast and mobile. And then we can just turn it off and it won't fall into the water, it'll just keep what it's doing. Keep what it's doing? Words. This thing has repair bots, not repair tentacles. Okay, we need to bring the mythical amazingness fleet of doom over here.
Moving now.
At 3 meters a second.
Returning to formation.
Come on, guys. Stop being slow.
Listening.
Why are you... okay. We've still got our material! And that's because, look, the fuel's going down!
Receiving.
But is that... oh god. This is the bug where you open the map when you've got your binoculars up. That's what I figured that was. So wait, Hydra isn't using... okay. Whatever, I just hope I've got stuff to a point where I can actually record this without having bugs every 2 minutes. Something I do actually kind of want to do is have a little look at this shell, and what we can do, because if we just change this out for another flak warhead, the problem is, it gets to be too big, and then if we lower this, 1 meter shell rack, okay, so we can have a 200mm, but the rail draw goes down to this much. Wait, it's still the same speed! It's still the same speed! Okay, hold on. 9609. So now it does even more flak damage, has a bigger flak radius. It still goes at least speed, and is... okay, this'll work. This'll work. And the most ironic thing of all is it makes it way cheaper. So if we just quickly change this to 200 and then clear the clips, and we can increase the rate of fire, which actually might make it all exactly work out exactly the same way. That's a lot of exactlies. Okay, 119. 119. Perfect! Oh my god, that is insane. Okay, I didn't realize it would be that simple. You, sir, no, yes, that as well, but... there we go. Was it really that simple? Okay. Well, we've now got a better rate of fire. Pretty much exactly the same settings for the rail use and the capacity and all that. Although, the other thing is we don't need anywhere near as many, barrel magnets. There. We can change this for armor. Color... is it 11? I think it's 11. Like, I've colored this in such a way that it's really hard to tell which color I've actually used in where. At least in the build menu. In the inventory. Build inventory. There you go. Yeah. And then... save. So this is now the finished thing. Let's just check the rate of fire. It's reloading. So, 119, that's practically 2 rounds a minute. No, not 2 rounds a minute, 2 rounds a second. So like, doof, 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 in theory. God damn it. Need to wait for reloadage.
Listening.
Okay. Yes, let's load in another antenna blimp.
Moving out. Receiving. Moving now.
There we go.
Listening. Moving out.
Now send you up and we can see what we've got. You, sir, Scarabax, we want you to go. Let's go fight this 22. Stop being slow.
Form up and fly with fleet.
Thank you. Nyeh. It's so fast. A single Steamworks. This is interesting actually because the Steamworks is a flyer. And we've got a big ol', well, not big ol', it's a 200 mil, but we've got a really fast-firing flak cannon that goes at elite meters a second. So, yeah. You're all good to go. Let's just go ahead and begin the battle. So, with this rate of fire, we are doing a lot of damage. I just like that some of the shells are detonating way behind. I might need to change the fuse settings. If this thing starts going out of the sky, I might capture it. Okay, okay. The nicest thing about this vehicle is it's really easy to make it stop firing because it doesn't have any missiles or anything along those lines. Plus, I can tell it to disable movement, go into tab mode. Ah, I forgot you. Go away. Luckily, we didn't lose our material. Now what we can do is simply... I haven't controlled an aircraft, a hovercraft in so long. We can just turn it to the side like this and then go forward a little bit. Look how simple and easy this is. Thanks to all the PIDs. The problem is we have to be relatively quick about this because our material is going to go way down. Alright. So now what we can do is we can go like this. Oh, another interesting thing to note is that... Why are you now too damaged? Did you blow yourself up? Are you serious? It blew its... My god. Okay, well, the Deepwater Guard proving themselves to be excellent design things. No, I'm not having a go at the people who design things. They look amazing, but, you know, blowing themselves up, use failsafes. Anyway. I've still got our material, it's going up again. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've, after doing a decent amount of, From the Depths, like single player and multiplayer with peeps, I discovered that just whenever you shoot at an enemy with this, or this, which still needs a texture, the projectiles become explosive. And I don't know why. Like, by default... See? Not. But... if I were to shoot at that Steamworks, they'd suddenly turn into explosive thingies. Anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of that and get the grenade launcher back. I don't have enough points. Oh, I do have enough points now. Excellent. We want to get rid of this and get this. Yeah, I switch between. And what I should do is get like half of that and then half of that. No. Right, what now? What now, I say?
Listening.
How about...
Moving out. Form up and fly with control.
we just see what's over here.
Listening. Moving out.
Why are you so slow? Oh, I'm not on you. Why? Why are you bobbing up and down now? That's weird. It wasn't before. I changed literally nothing. Weird. Holy speed! Oh, binoculars. Okay. Nothing here. Let's go over here. Also, it guzzles fuel, but it's so fast that it can get anywhere before using much anyway. Okay, what is this? Oh, a coffin nail. I haven't fought a coffin nail yet. This is interesting. These things used to be, like, from when I binge watched, Lathrix's original From the Depths. I heard how many times he would say, oh no, a coffin nail. And also we've got a flying squirrel. Now this thing will target the flying squirrel first, I believe. That's how I've got it set up. So... why is the gun off? Which is it targeting first? Oh no, it's shooting the coffin nail first. That's interesting. Oh, because it's higher up. And it already detonated something off of it. This thing looks so cool. Oh, it just exploded violently. And I think is now dead. Where's the... oh, the squirrel's also dead! I didn't even notice! Oh, we took damage. Where did we take... God, it's so hard to see. Something hit us somewhere. But I have no idea what. Oh, it took off a tiny bit of our jet, but didn't destroy the controller, which is the important thing. Or any of the injectors. Alright. Also do realize that me putting myself on the back, which is where I just said missiles will go to, is a good idea. I do know that very well. Anyway, pull all times 10. You can repair. Let's probably unfreeze, so that it actually can repair. Do you use fuel whilst all stationary? No good.
Moving out.
Oh, holy speed, Batman. Okay, let's fight this zone, I guess. And then I think I will end the video, because I've been going for a while. Holy hell! Why not bring a ton of flying squirrels to the party? That sounds like a good idea, no? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 flying squirrels. Something tells me this is going to end either very well or very horribly. That's a lot of missiles. I think it must have been one of the missiles that hit us before. This is what I was talking about, look. The missiles get super close to us and end up trying to hit us in the back, and then they miss the front. So... oh. They're all already dead, and we evaded all the missiles, and I was paying so much attention to the missiles that I didn't see them all violently explode. Something tells me this is going far too well than it should be. Oh, we did get hit. I didn't notice. Oh well. Not that it matters. We've got so much resource and we're still getting some. Alright. That took a stupidly short amount of time because of how fast this thing is. Alright, let's just sit here. Play off. And... wait, what? Why are you dumb?
Moving out. Moving out.
Being dumb is bad for you. There. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and enjoyed seeing the final version of the Hoverbug, which is now the Scarabax, and you can hardly see the pattern that's on it. There you go. A little bit better. If you did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button down below. Let me know if you want to see more From the Depths. Comment if you wish. Feedback, tips, hellos, and other various flobbings are all welcome. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hi, Seagull. And I will see you all in the next episode of From the Depths. Talk to you all then. That's perfect timing for night time. I don't even have to do my fade out, although I probably will. God damn it, seagulls. I know I can turn you off, but still.